great minds come together, expect a masterpiece. And this year at the Panafest Colloquium, we got the chance to discuss about protecting and upholding the fundamental human rights of Nigerians with some of the greatest minds in the history of activism. My name is Ademilola Oluwaseun, and I'm reporting live from Tabloid TV studio here in Lagos State, Nigeria. The Pan-African Historical Theatre Festival, Panfest Colloquium 2023 was held on the 4th of May 2023 at LCCI Alausa Ikeja, Lagos. The Panafest is a landmark event which is celebrated in the spirit of uniting the African family, Pan-Africanism and African Renaissance. The event that was held at the LCCI was themed Entrenching Democracy in Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government, the prospects and benefits. The event had dignitaries like Nigeria's foremost legal practitioner, Mr. Femi Falana, Mr. Fola Arthur Warrior, who is the former Lagos State Solicitor General, Joe Ibokwe, who is the Special Advisor to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on water resources and drainage, and Mr. Abimbola Olakunle, who is a member of editorial board at the Nation's newspaper. The speakers at the event tasked the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration schedule for the inauguration of May 29th to be committed to respect for the rule of law and financial prudence in evolving the much expected new Nigeria. Falana, who was the key speaker at the event, in his words said, rather than asking what the government has to offer us, Nigerians should compel our leaders to respect our rights.
By the time you conclude the appeal, everybody has forgotten about the case. Not until 2015 did the National Assembly for the federal government enact that law. 2015. And the federal government now decided to copy the Lagos model of 2007. Today, all the 36 state governments in Nigeria have also copied that model. Just to let you know, in many areas, that Lagos is ahead of other states in the country. For Lagos sets the pace. In the area of administration of criminal justice in Nigeria, tax collection in Nigeria, traffic management in Nigeria, and so on and so forth. So we do hope that we can have the Lagos model seriously at the national level. But coming to the topic of our discourse, I am not going to be very optimistic, my friend, by talking of what Asiwaju we do or will not do. I would rather talk about what citizens should do to compel the government to respect our rights. Today, I can say this publicly, Nigeria has one of the best human rights law regimes on paper in the whole world. We have our laws that are more modern than what you have in America or the United Kingdom. Very comprehensive human rights laws. But to what extent are we prepared to enforce those laws?
The human rights activists also stated that our job is already done. What we should do as citizens is to demand for our rights, just like Fela Anikulapo did in one of his albums, where he sang, "Human rights is my property. You cannot dash me my property." And once you believe in your rights, you will then find a way of fighting for those rights.
So our job is already carried out for us. What we should now do as citizens is to demand for our rights. And I will start with Fela, who said or sang, "Human rights are my property. So you can't dash me my property." Once you believe that these are your rights, you will then find a way of fighting for those rights. I have not read about any head of state in Nigeria, even including the military ones, that will suddenly say, "Let us go and arrest that guy." Usually, they are the security people that will say, "We are going to arrest." But the difference is that a president who knows his own, who is committed to democracy and rule of law, will say, "Why have you done that?" What has the man done? Because he expressed his opinion? Is that why you are charging him? Please, can you release him? That is what makes it different.
Falana's main focus was human rights. While delivering a speech at the event, further added that the reason we are not respected in our country as citizens is because we are ignorant of our rights. We fear to demand for our rights. And human rights is the way to go under this incoming government.
Now, in our own case, we have the fundamental rights that are entrenched in a whole chapter in the Constitution. Chapter 4. We have always had human rights chapter, Bill of Rights, since 1960. It was in chapter 3 until 1979. In 79 and 1999, chapter 4. What are these rights? Right to life, most basic. Right to dignity, freedom of association, right to liberty, and so on and so forth. Including freedom of religion, right to property. But are these rights enforced? Are they respected in Nigeria? No. Why are they not respected? One, because we are generally ignorant of our rights. Number two, we fear. We fear to demand our rights. Again, like Fela said, we always get reason to fear. You know, I've just married, I need to have a family. I've just had a child, I need to train that child. So, until that child grows up, you are suffering.
Mr. Fola Afawari, a former Solicitor General under the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his words said the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu would run a more humane government with more interactions with his people than we have experienced under this outgoing administration, as the outgoing government is very reticent and always has aides speaking on behalf of the president. He further on admonished the citizens of this great nation to play their role in abiding to the rules of the nation, stating that we are way more observer nation.
Chief executive of the country plays a critical role in human rights. Yeah. I know that the philosophy of the thinking of police, army, etc. is who's my boss? If you come at them directly in human rights, you might get roughed up. It has to be the philosophy, the government saying to its people and to its appointees. The only way you scare the IG into getting things done is to threaten him with removal from office. Femi gave an example of a law that went all the way up to the president and he refused to sign. It is all the laws that we passed in Lagos, criminal justice. If we didn't have the support of the chief executive, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So while I agree, and the question is protecting democracy and the duty of the incoming government. So for me, fundamentally, is the view of the president, whether he has a democratic mind and who he chooses as his attorney general to drive the agenda of human rights. But generally, I agree that in Nigeria, we tend to ignore things going on in our own neighborhood until they are right at our gate.
The special advisor to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on water resources and drainage, Joe Igbokwe, in his contribution said, "We have trust in Bola Ahmed Tinubu to turn the fortune of Nigeria around, and there is no strain of doubt that Asiwaju will restore dignity of man and Nigerians and governance, for he knows the value of humanity."
We know him. Now, Asiwaju, he was the one that brought me to Lagos State Government in 2005 and made me the pioneer general manager of an agency. I knew nothing. But he said, go there, you will learn. Go there, you will learn. And today, almost 16 years after, 17 years after, I'm noted from that Lasibra as pioneer general manager. I went to Wolf Landing office in Akaba. And then from there, I went to the office of the drainage. But it made me the publicity secretary of our party, AC, ACM, and APC. 15 years. It's not only me. We cannot recollect the number of people Ashwaju has touched across Nigeria. See, I would have touched, without sounding the modest, I would have touched more than a thousand. More than a thousand. Directly, I'm not talking about indirectly. Those you touch, we touch other people. And I tell you, it cannot be less than, let me say, 2 million without knowing it. 2 million Nigerians in the conservative estimate. I can assure you that Ashwaju is one of us. Ashwaju is an activist.
Of course.
You don't know?
Yes.
Yes, I did. They had to move to London. And then Fashola was here, handling things for him. And that was exactly why he trusted Fashola to succeed. Because he was good. He managed the resources very well, managed his property very well, and then was able to deliver. So because the issue is trust. Trust. We cannot put somebody who cannot trust in an exalted office. He will bring that office to his level. We have no shred of doubt that Ashwaju will restore the dignity of man in Nigeria. You understand this thing very well. Once you believe in justice, equity, and fair play, that's what we're talking about when we talk about fundamental human rights. It's about justice. I heard it yesterday, but I was saying that he's going to deal with all the zones, one-on-one. He's not going to leave anybody behind. That's the promise he gave in that yesterday. And I believe him because we know him. We know him. What we are asking God today is to give him good hands that will help him because he cannot be everywhere.
Mr. Abimbola Olakunle, who is a member of the editorial board and a weekly writer of the Republican Repos column at the Nation's newspaper, also talked about the poverty scheme implementation by the current administration under His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari.
Now, let me read you a statistic. Yeah. Do you know of a national, there's a national register of the poor. They call it the National Social Register. It's also the National Social Investment Program of the government. In that register, there are more than 50 million people in Nigeria. 50 million. From 12 million poor households all over the country, spread across 150,000 communities in the country, in 36 states and Abuja. By that register, the poorest of the poor, they get paid 5,000 naira every month. They call it conditional cash transfer, CCT. I'm not sure of any government that has done that in this country since independence. Well, in Osun State, Aregbesola presented it. He did it, in fact, it was the register that the World Bank copied to build their road. But the point I'm making is, you will never see this giving any headline in the media. All you will see is scandals, lies, people framing up. I know the social media generation who repressed, what pestilence. Those guys are living in another world. Why should be going up? That shows that we are serving nonsense. Falana says, teacher, don't teach me nonsense. We are serving crap. I wish you are serving crap, nobody will buy crap. And it just wait, and that's why the circulation figures, sales figures are going down. So I feel that if Ashwaju will succeed or not will depend on maybe the media doing their work very well. The idea is not to say, all right, sir, you are the greatest that ever happened to the world. No. You give the government its due. What they are doing. Now, let me read you a statistic. Yeah. Do you know of a national, there's a national register of the poor. they call it the National Social Register. It's also the National Social Investment Program of the government. In that register, there are more than 50 million people in Nigeria. 50 million. From 12 million poor households all over the country, spread across 150,000 communities in the country, in 36 states and Abuja. By that register, the poorest of the poor, they get paid 5,000 naira every month. They call it conditional cash transfer, CCT. I'm not sure of any government that has done that in this country since independence. Well, in Osun State, Arebe Shola presented it. He did it, in fact, it was the register that the World Bank copied to build their road. But the point I'm making is, you will never see this giving any headline in the media. All you will see is scandals, lies, people framing up. I know the social media generation will request, what pessimist. Those guys are living in another world. And the tragedy is that even the mainstream media are taking news from this. In the mainstream, you have checks and balances. You write a story, your story, when you write it, doesn't go straight. You have stages, gatekeepers, I speak gurus. Social media, they call them citizen journalists. They just pass any stuff. So people just sit down in the comfort of their rooms and cook up stories and fly it. And people read it, they start sharing it. And the main media, the conventional one, are taking stories from that chaos. It's a tragedy for the greatest of them. So I think, I know, the assure you I know, is a workaholic. He works for those stuff, he pause, and it's always a master of his own destiny. To that extent, the word I'll say, he do the job the very best. I have no doubt about that. But the media have to position themselves to really challenge the government. What they are doing right, give them the credit. What they are doing wrong, take them to the cleaners. It's democracy.
And that is all we have for you today on PanaFest Colloquium 2023. Thank you very much. I remain Ademilola Oluwashun, reporting live from Tabloid TV. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. We have the Instagram at Tabloid TV, the Twitter at Tabloid TV Online. We have the Instagram at Tabloid TV, the Twitter at Tabloid TV Online, YouTube at Tabloid TV, and our Facebook page at Tabloid TV. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your weekend.